AITA for telling my daughter I am not paying for a destination wedding? My daughter is getting married, and she wishes to have a destination wedding and told her no. My wife feels I should do it because we can afford it. But I find it to be a pointless showing of wealth. Now my daughter is not talking to me, nor is my wife. Which got me thinking, should I bite the bullet and essentially burn money and alienate family members to make my daughter's dream wedding a reality? Edit. Forgot to mention she wants to get married in NZ. We also are from NY. Edit. Forgot to mention she is currently asking for around 200K. This is not counting what guests would have to pay to come. Edit. Thanks for all of the comments, have given me a great deal to think about. Before anything else, I know I am not the father of the year, and I am a spineless coward. Tomorrow I am going to start making phone calls to price what a wedding in NY would cost at different head counts from 100 to 200 people. I do not know the exact size, I just know he also has a large close family. After I get that information, I will use that to make an informed choice. But it will be an either or situation. Because they are playing this game, I will tell both of them, my wife and daughter, that it is a wedding or house. If my wife makes a fuss over it, that is a battle I will have to face at another time. NTA. If she can't pay for a destination wedding on her own, then she shouldn't be having a destination wedding. It seems cruel, but it's true. Not to mention there's so much more money involved with the flights and the hotels and stuff. Is she going to be paying for her own ticket, or are you expected to fork out for them too? And her fiancé's ticket. Not to mention the fact that she's thrown a strop and isn't talking to you tells me she doesn't deserve it. I'm a believer of we are not entitled to our parents' money. I don't expect any inheritance off of my dad if he ever passes. Even though he has a big life insurance, I would rather have my dad than the money. As someone who lives in NZ, I can honestly say that this $200,000 budget will absolutely skyrocket. Everything is expensive in NZ. Food, accommodation, domestic flights, gas. It will all be much more expensive than even your daughter can imagine. And as soon as you say the word wedding, costs increase at venues, with caterers, with accommodation. Dude, stand your ground. It sounds like your daughter and wife think they can sulk until you give in. Don't give in. NTA don't reward their silent treatment. You're not stopping her from having a destination wedding. You just don't want to be the ATM. What happens when people can't make it because it's a destination wedding? Are you supposed to pay for them too? NTA. NTA. If your daughter and wife have both stopped speaking to you because of this, then I'm guessing there has been a lot of spoilage in your family to this point. Now you're reaping what you sowed. It's not just about being able to afford it. And if by alienating people you are saying you have a lot of family who struggle financially, then yes, this would probably not go over with delight. Even if you were willing to completely finance a destination wedding, paying flights, accommodations and other expenses for guests, it can still be quite a burden for people to take time off for that kind of travel. And if you're not footing the entire bill, it can go beyond just being a burden to being impossible for family members to attend. Info. Did you agree to give her money towards the wedding? It's her wedding and I think they should make the decisions they want to. But you aren't obligated to pay for it. You could always just gift her a set dollar amount and let them decide how to spend it. NTA. But decide on the amount you will contribute. Should they spend it on a destination wedding? That should be up to them. And yes, you have to go. Afford is different than it being an intelligent use of your money. NTA. If daughter wants to spend a boatload of cash on her destination wedding, she needs to be prepared for her potential guest to not be so thrilled about having to spend a boat load of money to attend. I frankly get so tired of hearing about bridezillas who expect everyone they know to spend thousands on them because they're getting married. Is this out of character for her and your wife? Regardless of how wealthy you are, she's also expecting you to pay for people to you out there too. Accommodation? You're probably talking 2-week trip to make it worthwhile for food to get over time difference, etc. Enjoy the wedding and some downtime. Personally, I'd tell her you're buying her a house and kick in like $10K or whatever is reasonable for a wedding. And if she didn't like it, then tough. Would be incredibly short-sighted of her to turn down a free house. No mortgage, no nothing, just for a destination wedding literally the other side of the planet. Unless she's planning to milk you for more money? Info. Did you tell your daughter you will be paying for her wedding, or is she asking? Meaning, did you promise to cover the wedding sometime before? My wife feels I should do it because we could afford it. Is this joint money between you and your wife? Would you spend the same amount of money on a local wedding? This is an actual destination wedding, right? Not your daughter lives in California and wants to marry there, but you live in New York? And alienate family members. Is this because they would not be able to attend? Are they invited? NTAH. A suggestion. Couldn't you just give her what you are willing to contribute, given that it is used on a wedding, and let her plan it how she wants? Save some for you and your wife's tickets, etc., which you can give later if the destination wedding doesn't happen. I agree that if she expects family to pay for their own tickets, they may not turn up. Be open with her. Here is what I would suggest. Inform her and your wife this. I will give you X amount. That's it and no more. To make sure you will give me the information and I will pay that way. I will not just hand you the money. I will pay the people directly. If you try in any way to manipulate or set me up to pay for more than that, then I am going to give. I will take the loss and cancel everything and you are on your own. I will make sure those I pay know that while it's your wedding, any changes or additions that cost money you are paying put of your pocket. Period. You then can explain to family or I will that I am not an ATM and refuse to be abused, guilted, manipulated to give you what you want. I will make sure everyone knows I am not paying for room and board or flights for anyone to go to your wedding. Inform them both they are acting entitled and greedy, and that if wife wants to help you will separate your money, and she can pay out of what she has and makes, but that you will not be putting money that is saved for retirement and things to be blown on a wedding destination just to make them happy. Culture be damned. Sorry, but even with culture, if parents pay, they tend to be the ones setting the amount, place, and what is allowed and not. They do not just say, here, spend whatever on what you want. If they think so, they are wrong. NTA. 200,000 United States dollars is too much for a wedding. Not sure what kind of NZ wedding your daughter want, but I can't a wedding costing that much. Another alternative, what if they have a nice wedding at home? And then you can pay for a honeymoon in NZ. I know you said she's not too worried about that. With a follow-up wedding photography session on site and a small private ceremony. Very immediate family members only. In this scenario you are NTA. But, big picture YTA, as from your comments it appears you are well aware you have raised a spoiled, entitled daughter. NTA. If your daughter pays for it, she can have whatever wedding she wants. If you and your wife do, you both need to consent to the expenditure. NTA. My daughter is 17. I suggested a birthday party for her 18th birthday. She told me, no need. Better to keep the money to buy something for the family than spending on people who don't matter. Grin. I guess it's too late to educate your grown-ass kid now? OP. Are you open to adoption? Man, I wish I had rich people problems. NTA. My head is reeling. What is this outbreak of common sense? Inconceivable. Tell her you will pay for the divorce. $200K for a wedding is ridiculous.
If you enjoyed this video, please check out our playlists full of similar content. AmITheAsshole is like doom scrolling for your ears. Please like, share, and subscribe.